Did Christian just say he was gonna eat it?
Oh, hi, Eddie. Hello, how's it going? I know you've been here, but
you only joined.
I got my chicken.
Yeah, you weren't pre-chicken, Eddie.
Yeah, we're in the post chicken now. We're in the
Oh my god.
What is this chicken?
We're in a
attitude era?
post-chicken world.
The chicken attitude era.
It's a chick-eating world out here, you know. Gotta make
Anyway, who wants the sprint plan? Oh wait, let me tell you guys what Matt's doing since he's not here.
Man.
He's gonna keep working on the Steam API.
Okay.
Getting achievements and all the Steam stuff we need in. And also just bug fixing and stuff.
He's also gonna help me host the website because I don't know.
Yeah, and website stuff with Christian.
So you're gonna fix Christian?
Yeah, he's gonna make me a good person. Matt, you could.
I thought by,
Christian, you're a great person already, though. What the fuck? What?
I thought by fix you meant like remove, you know.
Bug fix.
Remove kebab.
No.
You don't get it. Like when you fix a dog.
Are you talking about removing my testicles?
Yes, Christian. That's what I'm talking about.
Christian, no.
That's quite vulgar of you, Clanky. It's quite vulgar.
Okay, who's next?
Me.
Okay, Christian, what are you doing?
All right. So, let's go. So everything I'm already doing, yeah, I'm still doing that. Okay, sounds good.
So bar
other
counter,
things.
score timer,
Yeah, a lot of
website.
these things are kind of short. I'm gonna get the score and timer design done at the same time, and there are 2 website tags.
Mm-hmm.
I could delete this website tag, honestly, because I don't really need this one anymore. Let me delete this. I'll delete it later.
I think a big thing would be the other gameplay models.
Yeah, I wanted to actually talk to Clanky about how we're going to split that. I know Clanky wanted to do the mixing glass and the bottle models. I was going to do the...
Bottle.
So, you're going to be doing quite a few for the bottle models. I was the fruit... I was going to do the fruit. The ice should only be 1 model, so I can knock that out.
Same for the fruit, honestly. Like, at least for the orange, lemon, and lime slice.
Oh,
those
yeah.
could be
Those
the
all can
same
be the
thing,
same.
different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Garnish and stir. We'll figure that out. Mustache. I mean, I kind of want to. Clanky, what do you think?
For what?
The
Do you want
mustache.
to make the mustache? Because I want to
Why
make
do I
the
have?
mustache.
Wait, why do I have to make a mustache?
Oh, you don't have to. I'll do it.
Wait,
No.
Clanky, I didn't realize you hate the mustaches so much.
And Clanky, you don't have to go too wild and crazy with the bottle models, because if
Bottom model.
Bottom up.
Unity allows us to like shift the sizes and proportions of them, if you just make like maybe 1 to 3, we can just make all the other ones by just screwing up the proportions and saving them as new bottles.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
we could do like wine bottle, like kind of like Jack Daniel's bottle maybe, and then like a can for the energy.
For the
drink.
beer and the energy drink, and maybe even like the cola can be in a can too.
Yeah.
It would be absolutely normless.
Like, do you want a sound effect for cracking open a cold one, or?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If possible, cracking open a cold one with the boys would be highly.
We all have to be in the room at the same time
The
to
only-
record the sound
it's the only
effects,
way it works.
so it truly
The only,
captures
like-
the spirit.
I can definitely do it. It's just I'm either going to be drinking a lot of soda or wasting a lot of soda. Because, you kind of open it. That's your one and only
Yeah.
taste. Just
Well, if
dropping
you
the
do-
glasses.
If
Well,
you do
yeah,
it with
you're
the
right.
boys, then you just pass sodas around.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
true.
you're right.
We have to put
Also,
almost
speaking of
basic
sound
everyone.
effects,
Yes.
I don't know if we have one yet. I don't think we do. A glass sliding across the bar counter.
We
Sound effect.
don't. We don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess if you want to just jump into what I'm doing this week,
Yeah.
I'm going to be finishing all the sound effects. I'm going to be doing the babble speak. That's going to be done too.
So
And then
I'll
gonna-
add that in the gameplay sound effects. I'll just add.
How many people have sent the Babel speak in that you have?
Pascone and Jeremy are the
No,
only
I
two
haven't.
people who have
Hey,
sent me anything.
oh yeah, and
Oh my
the
god,
people
I
I've
didn't
sent.
respond. Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Wait, Eddie?
Pascone gave me 4, but I'm probably only going to use 3. Jeremy gave me 2. I'm probably going to use both of them. I have Jeannie, who's going to do one of them for me. I'm going to do one myself. That was Jeannie, by the way.
Hi,
So,
Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie.
Hola, Pepsi Cola.
Eddie, send in yours.
Aloha.
So yeah, basically just if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, I don't care. Just
I'm gonna.
I need
send
to
you
know.
mine. I'm gonna send you mine tonight.
Probably won't happen for me.
Okay, that's fine.
Unless you want to
we'll
do it.
definitely have enough.
Unless...
Do you guys want specific babbles for specific characters? So certain person always has the same one, or no?
Nah, we'll just choose a random babble. so it's funnier.
Greg just goes, Greg.
Sounds good to me.
Greg.
Like when the tough guy gets like a girl battle. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Okay, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah. So wait, is it okay if?
No.
Actually, I don't.
Did you have more stuff, Christian?
Me? Oh.
I forget-
I'm
we
not
can't-
actually sure. I mean, is there any other small implementation stuff that's neat? I was thinking about helping with the tutorial implementation.
Oh
What
yeah,
about
the
that?
tutorial could be a thing.
Yeah, because you're making the speech bubble. I would just be using all of yours and Matt's systems to take what Jeremy and Eddie make and just put it into Unity. So I could do that.
So yeah, what we have for the tutorial basically is to avoid the potential implications of making a whole like special gameplay tutorial thing. It's just like a blur, like a scroll through blurb will pop up of like a brief summary of like the gameplay loop and the strike system, and then it'll go into a quip guided thing where it's like, hey, before you start out, newbie, let's take a look at this, and then it'll show like a fake and a real ID card, and as you click, it'll like highlight the different fields to show you like, you know, like what's wrong or what's right, and then
This will be cool. I like this.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a I don't need your handouts button?
I don't
Like, not a phone.
And
Duh.
other than that, I'm because I'm kind of there's probably a lot of things. I probably shouldn't take anything else. Yeah, I should probably be good. If I take anything else, I might be in trouble. So
Okay. Clanky, anything else for you?
I practiced all the music, so like I'm good with that. It's just a matter of when we record it, and well, besides like the bottle models and the babble speak and the rest of the sound effects, I don't think I have anything else to do.
Okay.
So that's really it.
There is the
But go backtracking real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You said you needed a mustache model. Like
Yeah.
what? I really don't. What is that for?
it's just a mustache. What else is a mustache for?
But I mean, what's
it's
it?
so you know how we have
wearing?
the like the fire and stuff for the like scotch makes the drink on fire, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
When you add bourbon, a mustache grows on the glass.
Okay.
Or that is
do you
the
want,
idea.
like- do you want like a handlebar mustache?
Can we have different mustache?
No, let's
It would
just
be
choose
like
whatever the manliest mustache in your eyes is. Just choose
honestly, the fluffy kind of mustache. You know, like the
Like the
Hold on.
handlebar, like the one that like twirls.
not really the twirl. Well, kind of twirl, like a cloud. Like
So-
starts off
so-
thick and thin.
No. Here, this is what I think. Well, I mean, this is a little, but look at this image. Does that image not, in general, does that image not exude manliness to you?
So that's the
Once it
optional
loads,
mustache.
I'll let you know. Oh,
That's
so you
like-
want like a mustache, like a Ron Swanson mustache?
Yeah. Is
Okay,
that
gotcha.
what-
What
We're
do
not
you guys
going
think?
with a curly Pringle mustache?
That's
I-
what
I
I
was-
thought.
That's a
was
little
thinking-
more. That's a little more like. That's
Out there.
to me. That seems more like. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a rich, like a penny pincher kind of mustache.
Fair.
I mean, as
But,
long
like-
as it looks like a mustache, you know, do whatever you want.
Okay, sounds good to me.
And we're implementing the objectives into Unity. So
So I guess we've been going down the line accidentally, so let's just keep going. Dan?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna do UI forever.
yeah, UI boy.
UI boy.
Against my will, but
No.
What?
so I'm not doing achievements, and I'm not.
Oh.
Am I doing the brands for all the things that have brands? Have we decided on that
So,
yet?
do we want to have brands? Because in my vision, you don't really see the bottle models enough to like
Bottom model.
see
Bottom model.
the brand image on it.
But would those brands also be like in the background for like
They're doing a
background?
main menu model.
I mean, if you guys have time and like just want to have fun, then yeah, we can still do the brand stuff.
So a golden thing?
I don't know how long all the rest of the sound effects and shit are gonna take me. Like, I'm assuming I can get them all done this week, honestly. So then, like, that leaves a whole week of polish for me to do nothing.
Okay.
So like,
Ooh.
if I have time, I'll definitely do it. But like,
Yeah,
if not, I
Yeah.
can't. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have some 3D model time.
So yeah, I could throw in brand art just
It's
because
already there.
it's a fun thing to do.
I personally really want to do it somehow, even if they're just like on the like in
Yeah.
a shelf below the bar, just so you can see them in the
Mhm.
background. Because some of the ones we have are just too good to
Cryptid.
throw away.
Cryptid is too fucking funny.
Cryptid. If we don't end up using them in game, can we use them for marketing? Like post on Twitter. Oh,
Yeah,
Bartek
sure.
is coming soon. It shows a brand name.
Yeah.
Almost like a movie reveal poster.
All right, cool.
But we'd have to do
Uh,
that for everything, all the liquor, and then like 3 of the mixers.
So UI art's already in progress, so I'm just gonna keep it in progress, even though it's
And it's pretty straightforward.
And-
Ingredient buttons I'm gonna do first.
And now
Drink
ID.
cheat sheet. Am I redesigning it, or do I just need to upload it?
Just upload it, and I could put in all the text, and then you could throw it around however you want. In
Okay.
Unity.
I'll send you all the fonts for the signature, so we could get that done.
Sick. And I guess speaking of fonts, we also need to choose like a base font for all the like non-weird stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Arial.
I don't know about Arial.
We use Arial and then Times New Roman to spice it up a little bit.
No.
That's
Wow.
Are those fonts we have in the build right now free?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone in use currently is free.
So I definitely think we should have a different default font, but we're gonna need a way to look at all of them.
All the fonts I grabbed for the signatures are free too.
Okay,
I just
gotcha.
have to find them again because I never bookmarked them. Whoops. But I have them saved on my computer, so I can just search the name up again.
Sure.
So,
Main menu buttons, no idea what to do for that, but I'll figure it out. Strikes again, maybe
I
like
can
a
help
shattered
design
glass or
some like the
something.
menu stuff because I've done that before for a game that Pascone worked on.
yeah.
What do you mean by the design for the score?
Like, do we just want it to say score and then number, or do we want like
Fancy.
something else? We could just keep it score and then number. But
But we probably don't want it to be Unity default text.
yeah. So when we choose the default font, that could just be checked off there if we keep it with just that.
Okay. What's left to do for the ID card?
I think it's all done, so let's cross that off.
And okay, and I think I didn't mention quit bubbles, which I could probably do, and current added ingredients list. I could figure something out.
Cool.
We're flying through this.
What am I doing that's not UI?
Let's see.
You.
Or am I not?
So I messaged Tan about the game logo. He hasn't messaged me back yet. So if you want, do you want to try to take a crack at the game logo? Because we're going to need one soon.
Take a
I
crack.
could. It would probably help me figure out what to do for the rest of the menus
Yeah.
too.
Ooh, yeah.
And if you could, do the game logo first before you do anything else.
Okay.
And I'll get into that once we finish you, since we're going into Jeremy and Eddie, and that my explanation requires them. Anyway,
Okay.
Done.
they're
I
in
could give
trouble.
that a shot
No,
first.
you're not in trouble. Don't worry.
We're in
Okay.
trouble.
Yeah, you're in fucking trouble.
We're gonna get killed.
Also, I didn't test the sound when I started
Yeah, it's probably
recording,
fine.
so I might be too loud. Who knows?
Probably okay. We'll fix
Nah,
it.
everyone sounds fine to me.
Oh no, but for the anyway.
Just
Probably
fix
okay.
it in post.
Yeah. Enhance. Zoom in. Enhance.
Yes. So if that's
Back into the mainframe and disable their algorithms.
and obviously, as I guess this goes for everybody. Just play the builds that come out, and give your
Yes.
opinion on things. Also, I guess real quick, do we want to add those other fruit that we talked about? I guess-
I'm down.
So what's the list of the ones that we're
There's-
thinking about including?
We talked about watermelon, strawberries, and cocktail onions.
Oh,
I think cocktail onions would be hilarious.
Oh God, I need. God,
Also,
so bad.
looking at pictures
I-
of cocktail onions, they're kind of just circles, so I think they're easy to model.
Probably.
Oh God! Oh God!
Their fruits
That's
page is
so
lacking more than
disgusting.
everything else.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that really needs
Oh,
No,
it's just a
more.
pickle. It's just a pearl onion.
What are the rules for onions?
It would just be like another fruit rule where it's like this or
This
that.
is this
It has
or this,
X.
but not this.
I want more of those because it kind of
Oh.
works as its own rule.
Let me write in all
And
the
that page is kind of barren.
apple.
Okay, so what are we doing? Strawberry and watermelons?
I say it's up to modelers. So there's
we're for it, I think.
the 4 possible ones we can add.
Are apple, strawberry, watermelon, and the cocktail onion?
Yeah. So some might be, some might just be scalings of the other fruit, kinda. Maybe not really, but
How?
These aren't full-sized fruit.
it's just like a a slice of
A
it.
slice.
I get
A
that,
whole
but very
watermelon.
little of them are naturally round.
You throw a whole watermelon in there.
What do you mean?
Boom.
Well, no, all the orange, lemon, and lime slice are gonna be the same crescent-shaped slice as a curve.
Yeah.
I know those are. I'm talking about the new one.
I mean, you
And
could
if
still
Christian's
cut a curved
handling
slice
the-
out of them.
If Christian's handling the fruit models, then it should really be entirely his choice.
I say go for it.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Oh.
mean-
Haha, idiot.
Yeah, cocktail onion.
No.
That's gonna be great.
Oh man.
I want my milk with cocktail onions.
Oh
anything else we
man.
I'll
Is there
take some.
anything else we can add, like the olive sword?
Like the olive sword.
Olive gum.
Oh, so because orange slice is no alcohol, olive sword is no juice mixers. So you mean what do you mean? You mean something in that vein?
I just meant like in shape wise.
Olive gun.
I don't know. Is there any other like? I don't know any other sword variants.
Not that I know of either.
Just put an actual knife in the drink.
There's a sword. There's a lance. There's a
A lance and a sword are nothing similar.
There's
Let's
like
do a
there's an
scimitar
axe.
onion.
I really
yeah,
want-
a katana.
What
Anyway.
about that pirate sword that's like curved? It's like
Scimitar.
called a,
Cutlass.
Or
there we go.
Cutlass.
We
I
can
was
just fight.
thinking about how like maybe if somebody orders something with both like milk and orange juice in it, you just poison their drink.
Oh,
No, because now I'm just thinking of milk, orange juice, and the onions, and I'm fucking throwing up in my mouth.
Yeah, you just
honestly-
go, yeah, no. Sorry,
See-
Buster.
See, it would be worse if they ordered orange juice with mint leaves in it.
Oh my god.
That would be
Oh.
that would be bad.
That would be atrocious, but they're gonna drink it.
Here, just drink liquid death.
So, I don't. We still need to find like a standard font, but I really like the other fonts we're using for the objects. I think those fonts are great.
I just
Wingdings, got it.
I just took them off the. I just found some. I was like, hey, that looks good.
Hey, has everyone else seen them? Because I think they're great. So I don't know if you guys have an opposition to keeping them in.
They're good.
Yeah, they're fine.
Cool.
I like them.
Okay. So Matt and I talked before, since he's doing the Steam stuff. To get the Steam stuff done, we need our game kind of approved by Steam.
Ooh,
Not
okay.
saying like the game needs to be done or anything, but we need to fill out this checklist for our Steam page, like the description, like the images and all that. So we basically need our Steam page published and saying like coming soon for us to use the Steam API.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Eddie and Jeremy, one of the things I want you to focus on as soon as possible would
Yes.
be how the Steam page should look. Like, you know how like they describe the game and stuff. So like maybe writing out the game description, writing out in like in that lower part, like, hey, here's all the things that the game, well, all the cool things in the game, and just look at other Steam pages that are good and
Not
you
bad.
know do shit.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay.
So, and I'll throw that in because I have a Steam page thing.
I'm a Steam page. Huh?
So I'll
A
throw
Steam
you two just-
pagerizer.
So as soon as possible.
What do you
so we
mean?
get our-
It's
so we're
already
basically-
done.
What is there a guide for us on like what we're? Is it like
Just look at.
can we? How do we get the checklist exactly?
Oh,
so
yeah.
we know what exactly.
I'll
Where can
give
we
you.
get the checklist?
I'll show you after this meeting. I'll show you our I'll get you to log into our Steamworks account and stuff.
Okay, cool.
Do all our like personal accounts get marked as developers for when we need to like?
I think
say
I could do something like that. Yeah, because I can make you guys like admins or something so you get access to like the beta versions of the game so you could playtest them.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Since,
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And I can give you like all the login and Steam account and stuff.
Okay.
Plus, so that if someone's like, "Hey, derp on the forums," we can respond, "Hey,
Chat forums.
derp," and it
Yeah.
says developer.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. Let me just add to this checklist. Design how page should look. Write out description, etc. Okay. And now, Jeremy, what else?
So for me personally, now that working with Pascone has opened my eyes a lot more as far as in the quip designing thing. So my main focus is going to be trying to add on as many of those as possible. So even though it's not technically L1 right now, because not all of the quip personalities have caught up to like the levels some other ones have went up to, like gamer and stuff, like general person. Me and Pascone have a shit ton for them now.
Yeah.
But so basically it's going to kind of like hit L1 somewhere in the middle of this week coming up, and then also jump way ahead to L3 at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be a quick progress through. So one way or the other, it's gonna reach L3 by Golden Week or like the first few days of Golden Week for sure.
I get you. Okay.
Other than that, I'm primarily gonna be focusing on the thing with Eddie, of course, getting the Steam page set up. And then just playtesting mostly, unless people need my pointers or my approval and help in other areas like brand design and other shit like that.
Question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Answer.
Oh man. When do you think you're gonna? When tutorial? That's the one.
Yes.
I mean, it's not a rush or anything, but when do you think that might be the ETA around that's going to be done?
Oh, tutorial's already typed up and completely finished. Unless,
Okay, so I'll start on that whenever I'm ready.
And
Okay.
double checked. It's fun.
Yeah, Eddie. I think Eddie, the only thing that really needs to be in there is our official control scheme for like the cheat sheet and the menu, which I don't think I specifically mentioned.
Right, because we just sort of put it in. We just decided on that today. No.
Pretty much.
So yeah. Okay. So it's now 90% completed.
Nice.
And see, Pascal, I'm honestly fine with the control scheme. I'm just a retard who I'm like, well, if you hit Q and then you want to use W and S at the same time, it's a bit awkward for your fingers. But
it makes your control screen makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just I'm worried that it's more foreign than just WASD and Q and E.
Right. I was just a dumb idiot who thought like after you hit Q, someone would want to rapidly scroll through the menus, and like if you have W and S at the same time, it's like awkward for your fingers. They're like, no, they're probably gonna hit Q, then move their fingers back over to just down or up with like index finger. So
you could have multiple, right?
Multiple what?
Multiple fingers?
Fingers.
Or would that be too hard?
Apparently, it's a bitch to program, and I'm like, you know what?
Like,
okay,
we could do
No
the
problem.
multiple control schemes, but saving which one you like could be annoying.
Okay.
I mean, even if they have to reset it every time, it would be the worst. But it's a backlog thing that we'll just have to see. Hey, do we have the time? If so, then we can like maybe try and implement it before it goes out officially. Now, just getting a Steam page set up for it maybe inherently might help us with viewers, right? To a degree.
What do you
Or
mean?
getting the game's name out there, like it'll start showing up in the Steam
algorithm
and be like, hey, look at this game.
And they could wish list it.
Yeah.
And if they have this, I think it's on by default. So if they don't have the setting turned on, they'll get a notification when it goes.
Yes.
And people will come across it naturally when looking for like puzzle game or drink a game or something.
Or failure.
Or bad game.
Just because it's hard to get like it's hard and it's worrying when
Bad
like
game.
you don't actually have like your game's name out there yet.
Yeah.
So it's like basically what I'm trying to get at is I like if putting it on Steam hopefully will boost its like awareness somewhat.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want it to release and then no one finds out, because if no one finds out you can't fucking sell it.
Indie awareness.
Don't worry.
You think
I'll
we're
buy
gonna
it.
make money?
Yeah, we'll buy it. What
I
if we
won't.
buy it and we give each other money? Because
I'm
we
not
buy it?
buying this stupid game. What are you guys dumb?
Can we buy it and then simulate how much money we all get?
What-
I'm buying it, of course.
Anyway,
Yeah.
no, we'll all get the game for free.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
too much. I don't want it.
Okay.
Give me $5 to own the game.
That's Jeremy. So Eddie, so you're also doing the Steam stuff.
I am, in fact, at this very moment, looking up Steam pages to see how some of like other indie games like organize their like about this game, like their little quip at the top.
Honestly, we could probably just use the shit or slightly reword the shit I wrote for the tutorial blurb that talks about the game loop and shit. No,
Yeah.
like that. I think that's a good base for it.
Yeah.
Because it basically is like a Steam page description if you look at it. And then what we can do is like talk about the different features. Like the features include checking your customer's ID with over 400 plus first and last names in the bank, randomly generated. Blah blah blah. Create a variety of drinks based on name with over 10 alcohols, X amount of mixers, fruits. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, we don't have to go so in depth.
well,
I
like
think
they're
it's
like
fine to
separate
keep
little
it-
like 1 to 2 sentence blurbs. That's all.
Yeah, like little bullet points. Honestly, it'd be the
Because
easiest thing ever.
people like numbers.
Numbers are
like
lame.
people.
Just use wingdings for everything.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
Let's
no.
do it, boys.
You can't do that. Undertale copied Wingdings.
Shit.
The whole font.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to have a word with Toby Fox.
Good luck.
And by a word,
And then
I mean
by,
a fist.
by a word, I mean I'm gonna give him a copy of our game and tell him to promote it.
It's true.
And then he's gonna make under bartender.
Yo, what if we have Sans Undertale as the name, a square
Oh,
name?
God.
Undertender.
Undertender. I like it. That's like a oh god.
It's like a chicken tender.
Wait, will we go
Yeah,
with
that's what I
under?
was
Would we
thinking.
go with undertender or oh tail?
Tail, yes.
Oh, tail
tail.
sounds awful.
I should have
Just-
never said the word Undertale.
You have
No,
to read
why would you ever bring it up?
in
Get that atrocity out of here.
Okay.
Hey, Undertale's a good game, okay?
It is.
Oh,
It is.
Undertale is a
Anyway,
Fuck you.
no more
Yes.
Undertale. Eddie, anything else? Maybe think of more objectives, adjectives. I mean, because we only
Yeah,
have 3 if we use Gormless.
3? Oh.
And I don't
Adjectives are
know.
like the challenges, right?
Yeah, they're just the thing that appear in front of the name sometimes.
So like how we have Speedy, where it'll take off X amount of time on the clock
I have
for
an idea.
that particular drink, and then Loaded is twice all the ingredients. See, Loaded is just like a thing where it's like, it's not really that hard to do. It's one of those things that can trip you up if you forget to double an ingredient.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an idea actually. What if we had one where it's like, I don't know, sneaky, but it was like it removes the counters in the top right corner whenever a sneaky drink.
Ooh.
Oh.
There it is.
So
That one's good.
So by default, we'll have the counters, but a sneaky removes them, or obfuscate,
Ooh.
or maybe like doesn't remove it entirely, but it blanks out some of the categories. So like
Yeah.
when sneaky pops up, like the number of mixers and the number of fruit might disappear, but like you'll still have the number of alcohol in it.
Fair.
Or it shouldn't disappear. It should turn into a question mark.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
thinking
something-
Yoshi's
yeah,
Island,
like that.
Yoshi's
That's
Island.
Because
perfect.
if it disappears, they're gonna be like, oh, I guess I don't need any of this.
Okay, yeah. So but that's what I meant by disappearing. Like you just
But yeah,
don't know.
question marks are good.
We should call it mysterious.
Oh,
serious
yes!
There it is.
before.
Can I get
Yes.
a mysterious?
And did we agree on Gormless? Where you use expired ingredients anyway?
What if there's no manager note at the time?
Then you don't need to do anything.
But yeah, Gormless. Then if Gormless shows up, it'll just be like redundant and.
Gormless is if they ask for something expired, you give it to them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if nothing's expired in their drink when they order it, regardless of whether it doesn't use the ingredient that's expired at the time, or there is no expired ingredient at the time, you just don't do anything. It's just a normal drink.
Hmm.
My only thing is that all the other 3 are active,
All the
regardless.
time.
There's nothing wrong with
If
having
they
a
come
couple
up.
passive ones.
What is everyone
Unless-
else thinking?
Unless you guys don't agree with that.
I'm sorry, I may have been dead for a second. Oh fuck, I'm sorry. Oh shit.
It's okay, Christian. We're
What was
only
the-
disowning you.
I mean,
no,
we can
fire
always,
again.
when an
Ah.
adjective gets
So thoughts on passive adjectives?
Passive adjectives.
Well, no, I wouldn't necessarily call it a passive adjective.
Well, I can't think of a better word.
What do people think of Gormless
we
as an
can-
adjective?
when we put in an adjective, we can be like, do we have a manager note? Okay, then Gormless is in the running for one of the adjectives possible.
If you can set it like that, then I have no issue.
Yeah, I guess if you could make it only pop up when there are manager notes active, if that is like a possible thing, then sure.
Okay.
But the only thing is like it just goes at direct odds with another modifier. But I guess it makes sense because it's like only a chance case where you just ignore the special modifier.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's fine. It works like that.
But honestly,
So that would
like,
give us a total of 4.
yeah, I have no issue with that if it only shows up when there's a manager note.
Okay.
Yeah. So if
Just
we
to
can
get
make
rid of
sure
it being
that's,
redundant.
yeah, if we can make sure that is the case, then I'm a-okay with it.
Okay.
I'm
Would you
sorry,
give
I
us
missed
4
all of
adjectives?
that. Can you repeat?
They
No, we
are cool.
basically
Idris,
settled.
what we
We're fine with it so long as we can get it working to where it only shows up when there are manager notes active.
okay.
Fair.
Okay. Then it's me.
It's
Fast
him.
gone.
I'm gonna
The
keep
dude.
making those particle effects for the drinks. Hopefully they'll look good enough to actually put into the game.
Man,
I'm
the
worried they
fireworks
might
great.
not be.
So, is it always going to have fire or a mustache if it's that one, or do we want to make that something that you specify?
It's the original idea was like each alcohol when added to the drink, it'll do something cool to the drink, so there's a little more going on.
Yeah.
And one was just like, oh, it sets the drink on fire.
So I think in a case we should just make sure everything works without those maybe first, and then once we know they're all good to go, we can try adding the fire and the other shit.
Okay.
Unless you think that's not a big deal.
I
Unless
mean-
you think it's not a big deal to implement with them first, like right out of the gate.
I mean, everything already works without. What do you mean?
So like, what I'm just saying is make sure the drink adds fine, like all the shaders and all of it are good. Like the official shaders, not the in progress ones, are good and work. Yeah, the special particle effects for them.
Clanky is back.
I feel
Hello.
like the ridiculous things might be a bit too ridiculous.
I am totally fine with getting rid of them because I do not want to write any more shaders.
Then yeah, so we can just
They
stick
hurt
to
me.
the standard stuff and just change the colors to fit them.
Okay.
And we
Does it-
can. So what we can do is we could just shift that to like a golden week thing where, if we get everything working as intended with all like our shaders, hey, let's give certain ones special effects.
Mm-hmm. And I think with our more fruit, we can the drinks will become more interesting when we have all that fruit and
Yeah,
stuff.
with all the new fruit stuff.
Okay, cool. So I can I'll
Are onions a fruit?
I don't think so. So we might
They're
have to
technically a vegetable.
we might have to change the name from fruit to
Foodstuffs.
foodstuffs.
Yeah.
But that just opens up the limit. That just opens up the limits on
What's
the
a
amount of bullshit we can add.
what's a
We
better
can call it fruits and onions.
We just call it edibles. Wait,
Fruits
no,
and veggies.
You can't call it that.
how about just fruits and veggies?
Preggie's.
Well, anyway, that's less important. We'll figure it out.
I mean, onions are a fruit if you think about it.
Other stuff I'm going to do. So, I'm what did I say? What was I talking about? Well, I'm gonna keep fucking with shit. So I'll do saving and loading. I'll throw that in here. I'm gonna do quip implementation. I'm gonna get rid of implement animations because that just is happening as we go.
Yeah. Question.
Yes.
For the fruit models, we're also gonna be implementing those models. I was thinking for the fruit, when you select them, they sort of like fall from the top of the screen like onto the glass.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic if
Would
we
that
could
be
work
cool
out.
if we could give it a shot?
Yeah. We could just do
Nice.
a simple animation.
Yeah, it shouldn't
Actually-
be too much harder to do than the
It might need to be a lerp or something because the different glass sizes and all that.
Yeah, unless the could it fall in and then like sort of like collide with the glass?
I
we
would
have
not
to-
trust that one bit.
That is
No
fair.
physics. Physics.
If you can
No!
avoid physics, especially
That is
Unity
fair.
physics.
Oh, that is so fair. Okay, yeah, we'll do a little lerpy lerp then. We'll do a little lerp lerp.
Anyway,
Can't be
So-
a shitty Unity game without shitty Unity physics.
yeah.
Please,
You're joking,
this is the
right?
way.
We have to do it.
It's the only way.
So we have I'll do saving loading implementation. I'll probably start putting in the sounds. Where's sound shit? Here.
Cool.
I'll put my little face on that. I will keep implementing UI that Dan gives me. I'll just keep making game good.
Keep making
Impossible.
game good.
Was Pascal on the end of the list?
Yes,
Yeah.
we already did Brian.
Yeah.
And I think that's everything. Everything else is stuff that has yellow on it, which is good, except for cheat sheet toggle, which, I mean, I'll just throw that in here because it's a UI thing. That should be easy.
Nice.
And I mean, technically this other blue stuff should be in here, but they're not as big of a deal. Scoreboard scares me a little bit, but we'll figure that out, I guess, in the last week.
Yeah, that one's gonna be wild. That one's good. So we have 2 more weeks of the game.
Yeah, so we're
Yep.
halfway through. We're doing good.
Dang.
And look how little stuff is on the backlog. Great.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and most of this stuff isn't even necessary. Lighting, we don't need that.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Main menu, throw it out the window.
The game? Who needs it?
So yeah,
Oh, bye. Okay.
We just-
cool.
We just have our shitty fucking build. We don't need anything else. No,
I
the build's
think
really good.
the biggest thing now is just getting art in so the game actually looks good instead of, having square glasses and all that.
Yeah, the cups
Gotcha.
are all in.
Yeah, the cups are in, which is
Um,
awesome.
Before I push it, I'm probably gonna try to do the countertop real quick, just so it's like a complete push.